Hey guys, welcome back aboard. On our trip from Henderson Airport in, I think, Nevada to Los Angeles International in California. Somehow, wait, the volume in my headset is like super loud compared to yesterday. Well, I didn't change any settings, it's a bit awkward. But it is what it is. Now I hear myself speak. Now I hardly hear myself speak. But it is immersive, so to say. Yeah, we are more or less halfway. I think 40 minutes to go or something. And now it's actually the next day. Because yesterday evening it became very late. So the weather is not live anymore. Yesterday it was live, like real-time weather and time of day. Currently it is not. Suddenly all kinds of clouds appeared. So probably the game, when loading up that save from yesterday, decided it's a good idea to change the weather, but it's not that thick, luckily. So let's just continue on forwards. Let's check the gasoline. Still pretty okay. We still have more than half in the tank, and I think we are already halfway to our destination. Actually flying pretty high. We are doing, I would say, 11,000 feet. No, that's not 11,000. Yeah, it's quite a confusing gauge, this one. We are now at 10,000. Ah, yes, we were at 11 and now we are just back to 10, I would say. And we need to maintain a heading of approximately, I'm totally veering of course, because we need to stick to I thought was 230, 220 degrees approximately. Oh no. We need to... that's weird. No, we do. Yes, 220. ish. I do find these clouds a bit annoying, to be honest. Hopefully over LA it will be more clear. Just hopping over to the passenger side. See if there's anything cool to see. Not sure what city that is. And back in the pilot seats. I think Los Angeles will be visible behind that mountain ridge over there. Is my expectation. Nice moon. Move the rudder a bit. Testing the rudder, still works. And trimming the plane a little bit more upwards. Because it was slowly descending. And I think we need to ascend, climb a bit more to get over those mountains. What airfield that is, it's to the right a bit, maybe over here, KPMB. Then we can also see what city it is. I'm now googling KPMB. Airports. Palmdale. No, I guess that's the city of Palmdale over there. My virtual cockpits. Right, and what you can also see on the map, this brownish area, that I think that means it's higher up. And also this ISO line map, I think that indicates height. So the darker it gets, the more brownish, the higher it is. So we could fly besides the mountains over here, but I guess we can also try to simply climb over them. Really fun, like doing these virtual flights, especially if they're a bit longer. It may be boring to watch, maybe, I can imagine, but to do it...
Rombbb 100, contact SoCal approach on 125.5.
Alright, SoCal, I think that's Southern California Air Traffic Control.
125.5 for PH Rombbb 100.
Ah, you should already see big city over there. But anyways, it may be a bit boring. On the other hand, to actually play this, in my book, is super immersive, because it's really like in real time, and it really gives you a feel of the layout of Southern California. Like I now have a pretty good idea, I think, how far Las Vegas is from Los Angeles. and Henderson Airport versus Las Vegas, I got a really good feel of the size of Las Vegas itself. It's really fun actually, although it may not seem that way. I say this. Right, we gotta get higher up. God damn it, I think the clouds are also on the other side of the mountains. Holy shit. If that is Los Angeles, indeed it's a huge city. God damn it. I think it is. And in the distance there's the ocean. And we're actually pretty close by already, although the airport is all the way over at the coastline. Holy shit, check out these clouds suddenly. Ah, that was because I was zoomed in. I'm an idiot. Alright, we are above the mountains. Always a good thing to be over the mountains in your airplane instead of crashing into them. Always a priority. Do not crash into mountains. Already did that like in an episode way back when I tried to get close to Mount Everest in this airplane, which is quite challenging because Mount Everest is way higher than the maximum ceiling that this airplane is capable of. But I did get pretty close. In the pitch blackness of night with super bad weather, if I remember correct. Man, I can imagine that like the mobsters in Las Vegas, that they indeed with their opponents just take them out into the desert, like a cliff over there, shoot them and bury them over there. Nobody will ever know. So huge over here. There is like something over there in the roads. Beautiful ways to drive your car, I would imagine. And holy smack, Los Angeles is indeed pretty big and pretty impressive. It's actually good weather over there. Very nice. And a lot of airfields, assuming all the blue dots are airfields. landing lights, landing strips. There's actually water in these mountains. I was not expecting that. Veering, of course. I wonder where Beverly Hills is. I think that's in the near the hills, so to say. That Hollywood sign, I would say that's around over here, not near the other side of the city. It'd be cool to see those Hollywood signs, letters. Keep an eye out, but it's a pretty long mountain ridge over here, so chances that I accidentally will stumble upon them is quite small, I would say. I do think that the lights of other airplanes are too emphasized, just as the lights of other airports in this game. It's a bit gimmicky, a bit gamey. It can be much more nuanced, especially if you want to focus on realism and immersiveness. You really don't need landing lights like that, I would say, or plane lights like that, the green dot, way too emphasized, or emphasized like way too cartoony. It's also a gripe I have with one of the graphically most impressive games I've played in a while, 6 years old already, but the best textures I've seen in a game, maybe ever. Maybe this is Beverly Hills. should check it out. But Assassin's Creed Unity, the color tone, the textures, it's all amazing. But I think, by the way, that is international. There are certain NPCs in that game, like rebels or like thugs, and the police. They become... I'm not sure what's happening. Oh shit! Holy shit! I almost crashed by overspeeding the plane. Such an idiot. Anyways, those thugs and the police, they actually get super oversaturated. If the further you get away from them. Well, once you're up close to them, the color tone changes back to normal. But in an otherwise very realistic, revolutionary Paris, it's such a shame that they decided to implement such a gamey mechanic. Like, yeah, then it will be easy for you to spot the criminals and the police, so we will just bump their saturation up to 200%. That is the same feel I have with these airports lights, like over there. In those, yeah, that airplane over there is pretty okay, but the one we saw, yeah, for instance, that one over there, it's just, yeah, also over saturated and overblown, so to say. But I will stop rambling. Anyways, I can wholeheartedly still recommend to anyone who wants a cool Assassin's Creed game to play Unity on a modern PC in 4K. It's amazing. Right, I was actually hoping that this might have been the Hollywood Hills. But I'm not sure they are. Houses here in the hills. I feel a bit like GTA 5 now. Although I don't see that impressive mansions really. And by the way, aren't those Hollywood letters, aren't they lit up during the nights? Easy to spot. Alright, I will just trim the plane a bit. Quickly try to Google where they are. The plane, of course. think it's actually on the other side of LA. Do I still have enough gasoline to do that sightseeing? Let's just try it. Where the hell is the ocean? Really lost my bearings now. Maybe best to climb up a bit. The ocean should be to the left. I see mountains there as well. That's the confusing part. Beverly Hills actually is quite close to the airport. You can also check Beverly Hills, but for now, one more time I'm checking where the sign is. My telephone. Here's the airport. Oh, hitting the timer. Guys, I have to end the episode, otherwise the file size becomes too long. I think the airport is that one over there. And I think we should be able to find the Hollywood sign in the next episodes. Guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget always to keep on gaming. See you later.